Hi, Donovan here. I'm just going to close this door a little bit, these curtains. Today we are going to pulse a piece of 500 SS mesh. We're going to put it in the RSST. Let me see if I can see where my scissors are. There they are. There's my scissors. My table's not as messy as usual, but today we're going to take so here's a piece of 500 SS mesh that my vendor gave me to try out, and that feels really fine compared to the 400 grain. Anyways, you'll notice if you look really close, there's little lines running down the mesh. We want those lines running up and down on our stainless steel mesh wick. Okay, so let's see how long that is. Pretty long for the RSST, and we're going to try this pulse method. So I've got in my SmokeTech Magneto, I've got a battery that I've been vaped on for a little while, and I do sub-ohm vape. So anyways, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold a little bit of the mesh like this, and I notice there's no hairs or anything falling off this. This has been cut really nice. Now I'm just going to use the tip of my screwdriver, and I'm just going to zip, roll it, put my finger against it, and pull. And that starts a little bit of a roll. It's like wrapping ribbons on Christmas presents. Now what I have here is I have a 1/16 inch drill bit that I use. And what I do is I just put that in the middle of the mesh, and I'm going to roll that into the mesh. There we go. There we go. And we're going to roll it up. I don't want to go too tight because it's the, I'll just take that out. RSST. And that's pretty good. That's actually a little bit loose. I want that a little bit tighter. So remember, if you roll one way, it tightens your mesh. If you roll the other way, it loosens it. So I'm going to just loosen the mesh a little bit. And we're not going to lock it in by flame or anything like that. This is going to be a totally unoxidized mesh. I am going to clip this at an angle at the bottom a little bit, just a little bit. So we have that little bit of angle for juice flow and absorption. Okay. Check our height. See my height of my center post. Well, let's tighten that down a little bit because we want that coming out the bottom a little bit. There we go. So I've got the silver center post that Jason from Eastside Vapes gave me installed in the RSST. Okay. So now I'm going to actually use I'm just going to use a sewing needle actually. I'm going to use a sewing needle and put it down the center just to give it some tension. I've already flamed this piece of 28 gauge Canthal. Let's open up the curtain so we can see a little better. Now I'm just going to do a 3 wrap. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it right there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3 wraps on the stainless steel mesh wick. Just like that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install this in the RSST. So we're going to just slide her down the needle. Slide it down. Hook that underneath the negative connection. I want that real tight there. I'm going to screw down the negative screw. Okay. Negative screw. Now I'm just going to actually get rid of this lead by giving it the Scott method there. I'm going to give it a little twisty twist and just pop off that extra excess. Now before I attach my my top lead and on the RSST, I'm going to take my dental pick and I'm going to push in and kink the wire that's running from the bottom of the coil to the negative screw, I'm going to kink that, put a kink in that wire. There we go. And that will help. That will help with any hot legs at the bottom. Okay, so now we've done that. Now I'm going to connect the top lead underneath the washer of the RSST. Pull that around, and we're going to clip it off with a set of nail clippers. Leave myself just a teeny bit hanging out the side. There we go. There we go. And now we're going to do some pulsing action. We're going to actually let's check our resistance real quick. I already know it's 0.6, but I'm going to check it anyways for your guys' entertainment pleasure. And that is 0.8 ohms. Huh. 0.8. Maybe that's because, I bet you that's because it's not oxidized. So it's shorting out on the thing. So just going to do the pulse method here. Hopefully we don't pop a coil. And what that's going to do is put a little bit of layer of oxidation between, you can see the mesh is starting to turn color there. Some hot spots happening. It's shorting out. Yeah, and it's turning the color of the mesh. Apparently the flavor is supposed to be a lot better using this method. And this can take, who knows, I've heard a few seconds, I've heard a few minutes, I've heard 20 minutes. Let's hope it's not 20 minutes. We'll just continue to pulse this on the Smoke Tech Magneto. I like this because I'm using one of those new green Hulk green Sony batteries that are from the cheap site, and apparently they push 30 amps. So I'm curious. I've got my upper and lower leg are growing good, but my middle one is still not coming through yet. Quiet, monkey. Okay, okay. Come on, get in here. Okay, let's see here. That middle wire is not budging at all. Where's that dental pick? Readjust those coils and start again. I'm shooting a video. Okay, let's see. And I've got lower action happening. Still not getting nothing out of that middle coil yet. Oh, here she comes. Starting to work around. Middle coil still not firing up very good. But that Wix is that way. That's not shorting out really on that mesh. I'm going to adjust that middle coil a little bit more. See if we can't get that firing. There we go. That's nice. Nice even coils. Ah, there we go. Boom. A little fiddly fids. And there we go. We've just got that going. Happy vaping.